Hey guys, I'll be giving a short video on what I think could be on this upcoming ban list. It could come out before YCS Niagara, so I'm making this video now. Before I start, all I'm going to say is that I don't think this ban list will be that big and that it will only clean up some cards that needed to go for a long time. Alright, let's start, shall we? Starting with the bans, I have Halka Fibrax. I mean, do I really need to explain him that much? This guy's has allowed so many degenerate combos over the years. Either he's been used for link climbing, or his second effect, the tag out one, has been used for synchro plays and such, or the sight lock. And honestly, either he's gonna get banned on this list or the next one. Sprite's what ultimately got Hulk banned in the OCG, so it could get him banned in the TCG on the next list, but I just feel like it's best for now to get Hulk out of the game. Next up, I have Mystic Mine. Now, this one, I don't know for sure if it will get banned in the TCG. For all I know, they might limit it because the TCG just be like that. But for me, I do think Mystic Mine should be banned. Pretty much any deck can take advantage of it. It's topped 5 tournaments throughout this past format. And while I do think Spell and Trap removal should be put in the main deck, like what the defenders of Mystic Mine have been saying, I don't think that justifies Mystic Mine staying in the game, because historically, cards that have forced us to play certain counters, regardless of them being good or bad, have not been good for the game. For example, with VFD you had to play Droplets, but how could you search out Droplets when they can easily make VFD? Or another example can be the Gin Lock. You had to play Bull Blader, but who in the hell wanted to play that card? So yeah, it might be time for Mystic Mine to go. The last banned card I have on here is Called by the Grave. I made an entire video on this card, you can go check that out if you want, but I do feel like this card will be banned and a lot of people just won't see it coming. Throughout the current and last format, this card has always been seeing play, and I don't think the TCG likes cards that can easily counter hand traps. For example, they limited Magical Midfield Breaker back in 2018 because it made Goki be able to deal with cards like Imperm, Veiler, and Ghost Ogre. And to add on to that, the year Called by the Grave came out, which was 2018, they semi-limited the cards after 6 months, so that should tell you something on how the TCG feels about this card. But anyways, if you want a full explanation, then go check out my Called by the Grave video. Well, that's pretty much all I have for the ban section. Now let's go over some limits. Okay, for limits, I have both Rite of Arsamir and Water Enchantress. Do I really need to explain this that much? The Adventurer engine has been really degenerate throughout this past couple of months, and honestly, I just think it's time for that engine to just go. It grants way too much advantage. An Omni Negation in the form of the Griffin and a bouncing form of Draco Sack, to me, I feel like that's way too much and it's time for it to leave the game. Next is Etelly. This card shouldn't have gone back to 3. It was a bad idea to begin with. And now you're seeing decks play a Punk engine where they can summon Chaos Ruler, which, by the way, I feel like he could get banned too, but I didn't put him on here because I have no idea for sure. Maybe limiting Etelly would solve that, but honestly, what the hell do I know? I haven't been playing for the past couple of months, but yeah, I mainly just think Etelly is going back to 1, or maybe it could go to 2. Either way, I just think this card's going to get itself hit. I also think that maybe Prank Kids Meow Meow could come back because, in my opinion, Prank Kids themselves weren't degenerate. It was really the Adventurer engine that made them a problem. And if that engine is getting hit, then maybe Meow Meow could come back to 1 and stay there. Because I'll admit, at 3, it was nuts because you always have a 1-card combo every turn. But at 1, I think it's fine because all Prank Kids really do by themselves is just make a double Raigeki with Battle Butler. And is that really degenerate? I feel like no, but this is just my opinion on that. As for semi-limits, the only card I have on here is Super Poly, and that's because Garua gave this card the ability to Super Poly almost every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, that can definitely be a problem. However, I can see Konami not hitting it because they still want to self-power the elements. Though I will say this, I have an upcoming video about Super Poly coming this week, so be on the lookout for that because I'll be explaining more about this later. As for the Unlimits, the only cards I have on here is most of the tuners that Hulk got banned, such as Jet Synchron, Glow Up Bulb, Destrudo, Red Rose, O-Lion. I feel like they're all going to come back because the main reason they were hit was because of Hulk. And if he's gone, then they can all come back, because let's be real, a lot of them just didn't deserve to be banned. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about my ban list prediction. Like I said before, I don't think this ban list will be that big. I just think it's going to clean up some things that have been around for too long. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys enjoyed my prediction. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.